Good evening again, blokes. Evening. Just taking a picture of the old triple screens. A friend of mine's just got a 49-inch monitor, and I swear I'm convinced it's going to be broken within a year. Should have gone for triples. That way you can knacker one of them up and it's not all busted. So we're heading into a 60-minute race on Brands Hatch with the Honda NSX GT3. It's going to be a touch more difficult than the Aston Martin GT3 race we had earlier. The car's a bit trickier, and the duration's longer. We've got a pit stop in the middle as well. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't want to break any of them. But you know how it goes. An errant elbow and you're pretty much done for. So registration will close in a few seconds, and then we're going to wait. We can actually join the server. Please refresh. We did our first competitive race earlier. Did this earlier and all, whereby it just goes to disconnected, and then we're going to do it again. Well, we'll come out and go in. That's janky yourself out, innit? There we are. So last race we had a bit of a fuel shortage. We had to sip it as we went around. We're not going to do that again. We need to put a lot more in than we think. Oh, I need to refresh again. So there we go. Click to join now. Finally. Tell you, it always just makes you think that something's gone terribly wrong. Right, we'll load in our quali set. We're racing Honda NSX GT3. Not a very commonly seen car for some reason. Just doesn't seem to get on with loads of people. And we're on Brands Hatch for 60 minutes. This is my second competitive race, so I don't know whether it's able to sort of put me in the right pigeonhole, as it were. Yeah.
Yellow flag, watch out.
All in all, I should be faster in the Honda than I was in the Aston Martin. But it's going to come at the cost of having to be on my toes a lot more than we were previously, with it being mid-engine. Yeah, we'll need a bit of luck on this one, I think. So 60 minutes with a pit stop in between just for fuel and nothing else, just for tyres and nothing else. It'll be my first in-play pit stop at all, so we'll see how that goes. Last race was really good because it was a bit of a journey. We had very, very little fuel. We were definitely under fueled. If I was to gun it from the start line to the finish line, we would never have made it. So that made it quite a bit more of a challenge than it needed to be. This time we'll probably be over fueled just to give me an easier life.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
So free practice is going to end in a sec, and then we will go into quali. We'll feed into qualifying.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
See if we can practice a pit entrance. Hopefully we've got enough time. And then we'll also practice putting a wheel on the grass and all. Yeesh. Alright. Looks like we won't get a chance to practice that pit then. Okay. Quali begins. Oh God. We've got 3 cars phasing into each other now. Come on lads, sort it out. I appreciate why they want people to be able to do that in the pit lane. Still looks stupid. Anyway, let's get on with it.
Car on the
Jeez.
right. Clear on the right.
We want to get some warmth in the tyres, want to get them heated up uniformly, front and back. Wonder if this means we're going to have a night race or something, because it's the sun's pretty low down. Alright, we've got to leave a gap now to the cars in front, give us space for a good quali lap. That should do nicely. Let's get our first flying lap underway. Good turn 1. Oh, that was really good. Just escaped the sand. All right, Brad. I'll see you to join us. I'm sure you had your fill of racing, ain't you? Having done the Daytona 24 on iRacing, I'm sure this is the last thing you want to see. Oh, we're going to catch up with that Lexus in front of us, which ain't exactly what we want here. If we catch up with him right on his bumper, then we're going to be screwed. And I think he's on his best. He's still on his quali lap now, so he's just holding us up. He's going as fast as he can, but
Yellow flag ahead.
we'll have to see if he's going to let us go.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
He's gone off track to give way to us, but we could have done with him a clean run then. But he's on track just as the same as I am. And we've got a blooming GTR holding us up. Come on, lads.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Alright, we're just going to have to overtake him because there's all that free air in front of him. We're probably still going to be up on time even if we stay behind this guy. Oh, I hate you, mate.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Roll over that bollards. Here we go then.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Got bags of free air in front of us, and I've just looked down at the fuel gauge. We are going to need to come in again. Come on. Just when you get a chance. Just when you get a chance, you got no blooming fuel to make a run. Right, we need to make another run then. Yeah, it is VTEC time. VTEC! Right. One more car to pass by, according to the relative, and then we've got loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of free air behind us, unless somebody comes out the pits in front. Let me know if the stream frame rate is a bit lumpy, chaps, as well, because we had issues with that earlier because I had all my settings on high, and I think it's too much for the Wii Ryzen CPU.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Yellow flag in sector 3.
Great. Cheers, guys. Thanks for confirming. Alright, let's do our first flyer then. We've got enough for 2 flying laps. Good man, Porsche. You saw me coming. Well, we're up by quite a lot on our best time so far. This is a good lap. We're literally a second and a half up from the quality time that we had behind them two bits of traffic. Where does that put us?
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
5th at the minute. He went off, didn't he? What was he up to? Can we improve? In a minute we're dead level with the lap that we just posted. Literally 300ths. No improvement. Just a handful of hundredths.
Well done, mate.
That's all we got. Let's go for another run. We've got half a second to make up somewhere. I'm sure we can do it if we nail it all. A bit more confidence. Let's get our brake bias back. Just a touch. Help us with turning. And let's go full attack. Let's let this guy go past.
There's a slow car up ahead.
Let's get these tyres on form as quickly as we can.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Okay, looks green all round. Let's give that guy a bit of room. And here we go. There's nobody coming out of the pits, so we are clear. Bit loose. We're a few hundredths down.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Still level pegging. It's an identical lap so far. Washed out a bit there. We're literally identical quali that time. Let's see if we can't make the second one count. No, no improvement so far. We're still fifth though.
Losing time in sector 3.
Alright, 2 temps up. It's probably all in the tyres, you know. And tyres have had an extra lap of heat put in them. Oh, that was a good entry. Yeah, the car is loving this second lap.
Slow car ahead. Yellow flag, be careful.
That is good. 2 temps up to make this last corner count. A tenth.
Session is now over.
We're fourth. We can't improve from
Yellow
fourth,
flag in sector 3.
but that's much better than a smack in the face. In the end, pole position was half a tenth in front. So let's do our sums before we make the same mistake as last time. Yes, calculator. So, if it's a 60-minute race and it takes 60-minute race means about God, I'm rubbish at this. $60 divided by 1 point. It's going to be about 45 laps ish. Between 40 and 45 laps. Which means once the fuel calculator comes back up again, how much did it say we were on? 2.16 per lap times 2.2, let's be conservative, about 100 litres. About 100 litres. $110. Screw it. I'm not in the mood to be. I'm not in the mood to fuel save at all. So fuel and strategy, tyres. You can't refuel at the pit. So refueling is not allowed for this session. So pressures are fine, that's all fine. God knows what I'm even looking at here. Looks good to me. Let's see how this goes. Being as it's the first competitive server race with an actual pit stop, we'll have to see how it goes. I've not actually done a practice pit stop. Probably should have done. Never mind. 4th on the grid. See what happens. Just over, touch over 3 minutes to go. Cheers for the luck, Ishmael. I'm probably going to need it. Track evolution is. I know we're a bit behind now, but track evolution is definitely a thing in ACC. If you've never really given ACC a second look, then look on YouTube for a guy called Aris Drives, ARIS. I think he's one of the developers, and he goes to great detail on everything that is theoretically calculated in this simulation. A heck of a lot more than, say, iRacing. So although some things iRacing does better, in terms of actually involving all of the strategy and the looking after the car, this has got it absolutely licked. So for example, you can get punctures, you can overheat your brakes, you can do all sorts. There's marbles on track, there might be dynamic weather chucked in. This says official competition server 2 out of 4, so I think we're in a second split out of 4 splits. Oh yeah, I've got to win now. I'm under the tutorage of Tiago, who obviously seems to be a bit of a pro. Sneaky guy. He's hidden that pace away. So now this is the thing. For actual side to side, you know, like door handle to door handle racing, best experiences have usually been in iRacing because of that fact. The netcode is as long as there isn't an issue, the netcode is pretty infallible, whereas the netcode is always a little bit, you know, it can be a little bit janky on this. Whereas, as I said earlier, in iRacing you can trust. I've got no idea why I'm doing that transplant. I'm going to put it back to how it was because I don't trust myself. I'm wide open for a troll in here because I'm just going to take anything as gospel.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, right. So we get in the car, engine turns on, everyone else is fires up and all. Hi. Five seconds till start, yeah.
Oh, you're streaming? Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
It's a good job you didn't do a stupid noise.
Go in single file.
There we go. What's happened here? Oh my god. Thought the flipping controls weren't working then. I've switched away from the Formula V2 wheel because I've just received the McLaren V2 wheel, and I got to be honest with you, the Formula wheel's redundant. I've got no cause to use it. If anything, this has got more functionality now, particularly as I'm doing more 911 Porsche Cup racing in iRacing. It's actually got the dual clutch paddles, so the Formula V2 wheel is on the shelf now. Cleaned up the Alcantara on the handles because I don't wear gloves. That's come up beautiful again, but I might eventually sell it, if I'm honest. I'm impressed with the McLaren wheel. The only thing that I don't like as much is the shifters. Shifters are way too clunky for me. I don't know whether you can hear them. They might wear in, who knows. Right, on this pace lap then. Don't want to be burning fuel like we did last time. Oh, I ordered it before New Year, Bob. Ordered it before New Year and it arrived on Friday after many delays. It is a good wheel, and for the price, I can't knock it. It's brilliant for the price. If this was the same price as a Formula V2 wheel, even then I'd have a hard time, you know, I'd have a hard time deciding which one I recommend. And because it is literally about half the price, it's an easy choice to make if you ask me. I don't think you need, unless you want the premium feel, of an Alcantara sort of wheel grips, then there's no functional reason to get a Formula V2. If you want that wheel, you've usually got specific reasons why, like I did. Alright then, we're rounding the final corner on the pace lap, and then it's go. Hopefully we don't get punted or shuffled off. The tyres are a little bit cold, that just means we've got to be careful on the first few laps, but then we should be coming on a bit stronger a couple of laps in. Let's do this.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Third is nowhere. I don't know what he was doing. Probably asleep. Right, game plan then. Look after ourselves. Let these guys build a gap. Let the face behind fight. And let everything warm up. It's still stone cold. And let me get into the rhythm and all. Stop talking. Chatting to the camera in these tentative first couple of laps. Never a good idea, is it? Got to watch that. Snap rolling. He's going in the pits for some reason. Not sure why. Maybe he did a jump start. Ah, first place got a drive-through. Wonder why he got that. He must have got a jump start or something. I don't know. I can't see how. The Merc behind is flashing his lights as if I can bloody see it, mate. It's a couple of pixels in my rearview mirror at this point. Oh, he's got a good run on there, though. Come on, we're missing our apexes. He's going to stick a nose in here, isn't he?
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Took it fair and square. I was napping. I think we're yet to come on. Song.
This has been your personal best.
This guy's on the attack quite early, isn't he? Quite heavily fueled and all. Yeah, the shadow quality has got to be turned right up to the max for cars to sort of look right. It's something that I think is a bit stupid, you know. It's probably one of the easiest things they could resolve to make the cars look a little bit more real. Unless you're like right on the back of them like we are now with this Merc, then the shadows can be a little bit otherworldly. I'll let it off though because everything else looks brilliant. But we're on medium settings now to give the stream a little bit of a rest. We've definitely got the legs on him on that back section.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Gaining on the car ahead in sector 2. Well done, mate. Purple lap.
Fastest lap of the session. I don't know whether that means me or out of everybody. It was a good lap. ACC is great. In general, I love it. It's got its weaknesses. But sometimes it's worth reminding yourself that this is basically, with all the DLC involved, it's basically 60 quid outright. That's it, you own the game. Oh god, that was freaking close, wasn't it? But it was built for a future time. I think it's going to be a year or two before the amount of people have the sort of system that can run this how it's meant to be run. I've got an RTX 3080 here and it's still got to be run on, you know, pretty much medium. I am on triple screens, but it's 1080p. You can run iRacing, everything else, whack it right up. But for ACC, not quite so. Oh, we've got to concentrate here now. We've got an Aston. I can smell the perfume in the Aston behind. Best visuals and sounds by a long way. Although Assetto Corsa with all of its community stuff has the edge visually, but in terms of the audio, in terms of it being a passion project, this is really something. They've put a lot of effort into reproducing the way a GT3 car sounds. You definitely feel more like you're in a real car in this than you are in, say, iRacing. At least that's one of the reasons that draws me back to it for, you know, midweek sort of bread and butter racing like this. All right, let's see if we can start putting some pressure on this Merc. In a minute, things are pretty static, and the guy in the lead in the Porsche, the fact he's still going and hasn't spun it at the minute is a sign that he knows what he's doing. I get the feeling that Merc's gonna put a foot wrong somewhere. He just gives me that impression. He just looks shifty. Starting to react to me now. My front tyres are still pretty cool. Got to keep that back end in check. That was a pretty hard driven lap that we just had. Outside rears getting a little bit warm. Whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Open neck. Kept it pointing the right way. And we've got to recover that lost ground, bloody hell, say. Yeah, around the 15-minute mark, this car tends to sort of have a spontaneous game of buckaroo, where it just feels less planted. It doesn't like being overdriven at all, and that was a pretty tough lap we had just before that one. We can get it back. Yeah, we can make it. There's still time. Just going to stick that bias a bit forward, just for safety's sake. I don't want to be getting loose on corner entry like that again. It's competitive up here though, that's for sure. It is temperamental. It's not like the Audi or the Lambo where it's just consistently blooming a handful. The NSX is fine until one corner it just ain't. I kind of already missed the Aston. We are making ground on the Aston head though. We're within about 10. I reckon within about 5-10 laps we'll have passed him. I'm sure of it.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
That was personal fastest lap of the session. That was a good couple of corners there. If we can keep that up a little bit.
Well done, mate. Your fastest step so far.
Yeah, pace is improving. He had a bit of a wobble then out there. For beginners, I'd probably say the Aston or the Bentley. The Aston does have quite a lot of poise. Yeah, it's well balanced. Likes to corner, but not quite so peppy at the slow stuff. We're so tantalisingly close to the back of third, it's unbelievable. You know, there must just be temps in it. I think we're really starting to zone in on this car now.
Gaining on the driver ahead in sector 3.
It's feeling really panted. Treating it a bit kinder on corner entry is paying off. Relying on that VTEC. Right, we're almost close enough to read his number now. He's going to start feeling the pressure now.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
I'm coming for you. Covering us off well. It's getting a good exit out.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 1.
We can out-drag this Aston, surely, if we get a good exit.
Right.
Yes. The Aston's one weakness. Not stairs. Accelerating out of low speed uphill corners. We got him. I do love the McLaren, but it's the onboard audio is just like cutting up your eardrums with scissors. Ah, pit window is now open. Apparently, it's a good idea to take it as soon as you see it. But car's feeling good, so I'm going to leave it. Sun's going down. Sun's quite low in the quite low on the eyes when we come up to that last corner, isn't it?
Car is exiting the pit, watch out.
I'm going to pit this lap. Time to screw up a pit stop. We're overdue for screwing something up.
There's some line
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, we said we were going to screw something up. Not like that though. Oh, mate. Probably actually got us in there faster. Hopefully there wasn't too much damage. Bloody hell's sake. Come on, blokes. Yeah, oops.
Mandatory stop is not clear. Come on, go, go, go.
Alright, where does this put us out? See, if we factor in the awesome super speed pit entrance, just need to be careful on these cold surface tyres. Yeah, we beat the Aston. He's 2 seconds behind. That's good. He was going to be a bit of a pain to get around again, wasn't he? Ooh, bloody hell. Just kissed a bit of grass with that outside rear then. Well, we definitely got enough fuel. That's for sure. We got bags of it. And Merker's getting back to time. I don't think we're going to catch him unless he screws up or starts tangling with a Porsche, but I think the Porsche has got the legs on him and all. It would be nice just to be able to physically see the Merc. This is a competitive server race, a bit like how you've got iRace's scheduled race times. This is the same thing for ACC. Same concept. You register for the race. They come along once every 3 hours or whatever it is. So not a league race, it's an official ranked race.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Blimey, that Aston's come out of nowhere. He's caught us up. He made up that time quickly. Where the hell's he come from? Unless that was just a really bad lap. He's on a charge. He's absolutely flying. That bloke is.
Falling behind in the car in front on sector 3. You're given a warning for exceeding track limits.
Cheers, Nickers. Thanks for watching and probably subscribing as a result of that. Really appreciate it. The response to that has been really, really good.
Pit window is now closed.
Well, we're losing a lot of time to first and second. They're about 10 seconds up the road. I've got a back marker in front of us, but at the minute there's an Aston behind which is 4 tenths, and he's come out of nowhere. So either that damage on the pit entrance has actually impacted us, or I just need to get my mojo back. Buongiorno.
Not lane, personal fastest lap.
The first cafe latte I ever had was in Italy. It's a good place to be introduced to coffee. On the streets of Verona. That was a damn good latte.
There's a time to the car in front on sector 3.
Good man. Back marker's out of the way. Nick, as I trust you can see past the I'm sure you recognise the truth that if I actually made tea like that, I would have had my head caved in by the time I was 15. No Englishman will ever do that to themselves. And mean it. Still got that Aston breathing down our neck then. He's not going anywhere. Tables are turned. Just gotta keep my head down and keep nailing these laps. Keep that Aston off my back.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
If I get first, then somebody has been struck down. He's way out of the road by now. First place is 15 seconds up the road. The Merc in second place is 10 seconds up the road. But I've got an Aston right on my trouser leg, so to speak. Has there ever been a more handsome GT3 than a Ferrari 488? I don't think there has, or ever will be. Bloody beautiful car, especially in white. My outside corner arm's quite dead now. Being a bit feisty with me again. It's looking good for us. The Aston has just dropped back to 2 seconds. Either he's burnt his tyres out or he's just losing the will to live. Being so close to me. Got a Merc behind him and all, it isn't exactly miles away. He's been keeping pace with us really well. We're in third at the minute. coach stave economy for setups here and all. And we're just trying to maintain a position now, aren't we? It's not exactly anything to write home about. Oh, you made me look there. I thought you had a dry fruit. Maybe, you never know. I mean, it's quite hard to get, it's quite hard to exceed the track limits here, I think. It's quite lenient, but you know, fingers crossed. One mistake from me and it's going to put me right into the clutches of the two behind me. Keep my nose clean, I can stay out of their hair because they are on the pace and they're close together. Got that sort of thing going on where you do a lap and you can't remember how you did it. Can't remember how you got around it. Like when you blank out going to work and you don't remember how you got there. I've just had that. It's just autopilot now.
Gaining on the driver ahead in sector 3.
That bollard's just hanging out in the middle of the road, isn't it? Oh, that curve didn't like that. Blimey. That's how quickly it can happen to you. Need to wake up. I have got the reflexes of a bird. A pigeon. To be fair, I've actually got pretty good reflexes. Just try catching one. That Aston hasn't gained any time on us either, so happy with that. Got away with it. Right, it's a back marker ahead in Lexus. Probably one of the weirdest sounding cars from the outside. Like an extended whoopee cushion, but like a really, really good one.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
We're never going to catch second. Bit of a shame that. Was hoping for a bit of a fight, but he just has the pace. Wonder if I would have fared any better in the Aston, to be fair. Seven minutes left. We definitely overfueled by quite a lot. Tell you, if it ain't one way, it's the other. God, that was close. Sometimes that curb can just hook up on the back wheel and just spin you off. Spin you right round. Whoa! Yeesh, that's not what I need. That's given the duo of cars behind me a bit of a scent to follow now. Only a second behind me and there's two of them. I need to, well, make it to the line. I can't lose 2 places now at this stage. That'd just be gutted. looks like they've been fighting with each other, so they've not made any progress. And we did get a warning for cutting the track once. Well, not every race can be a thriller. This one certainly wasn't, really. It's basically just a 60-minute stint in free practice, essentially, with maybe one or two overtakes sprinkled in. Nothing spectacular. Alright, looks like we've got this lap and the next, and that's it. Kind of need elevator music for this kind of race, don't you? Just waiting to reach the final floor. Had a couple of cars just sort of half sniffing between the 1 and 2 second mark behind us, but they've not made any progress. They've been fine with each other. I've not really been under threat from either of them yet since the pit stops. Final lap, here we are. lead us across the line. Well, what can you say other than it was a pretty tepid race? Not much action.
P3, we're on the podium. Excellent job, mate. Well managed all the way through.
Naff all happening really, but some races are just like that, aren't they? Some races are just a race, and that's it. Still do ourselves a victory lap for getting on the podium. Marshall's made their way to the track, giving up all their time, as it were. Giving up all their little CPU cycles to wave some flags. Nice touch. Kind of gives you a little bit of a reward for actually going around the track after the finish line. As well as just a chance to cool off. Yeah, third, can't whinge. Split 2 of 4. Hopefully next time we'll be in split 1 of 4. And we'll be smack bang in the middle of the field with a bit more of a fight on our hands. Lucas Petrie, good. Oh yeah. Need to actually get in the pits, don't we? Not smack the barrier that time. Yeah, good job overall. Just a bit of a, you know, bit of a. In terms of result, great, but it was a bit of a pants race. We just had a bit of a semi-scare because of Aston, but other than that, not much happening. Good race, Petrie. We should have just sat at the back of the grid. So where did we? Cool, we got a little tyre changing noise on the. So where did we screw up? Not there. Hard to say. Not sure. So when did we end up behind the Aston? It was about it was just before the pit stop. Because we lost some time. Where the heck is it? Oh right, yeah, okay. Yeah, the replay doesn't go back that far. Idiot. I was like, did I imagine having that battle or not? Oh well. Not much cracking off, chaps. Let's cap it off there and enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. I'm just gonna have a cup of tea, made incorrectly. and a good old chill before the working week starts again. So you guys, thank you very much for joining. See you again for the next one. At the very least, there will be a stream on Sunday evening for round 1 of the ARL Apex Racing League GT on iRacing around about 8 o'clock. In any case, see you later.